Good evening, everybody.
Mm.
It's Tuesday night. It's 9 p.m. Thanks for sitting through the extended run of Atlanta Braves baseball here on the Superstation tonight. We are live for another What's on Joe Mind TeamStream. We're a fan cast about the world of GI. Joe, how's everybody doing?
Doing okay.
Jeff Blauser sucks.
Yeah, well,
Ugh.
Damn you, Jeff Blauser.
Can't believe they pushed out Rafael Ramirez for that schmo.
I mean, I don't think any of our fans were expecting a hot take on Jeff Blauser tonight.
Right. And if you want to see Rafael Ramirez and Jeff Blauser do their thing, do not tune into Eternal Baseball. and make gut.
I wouldn't figure so, no.
Nope.
Tweet Yourself says opening credits just missing George Wenn as Norm. I mean, if you were on time every week, you'd know that we've had those in there for a long time now. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I might get George Wenn as Norm in there. The picture of the fat guy from the woodcut with holding up the newspaper. Or over.
Yep.
Cheers. Whatever
George
it says. But that may happen. That may happen. Lord no, I don't have time to do anything, and people keep throwing these ideas out there that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time to fix any of this crap.
We still got our Christmas tree up, for God's sakes.
Right. I mean, we never got around to putting one up. Otherwise, it would still be up.
You still got one right behind you.
Well, there's that one, sure.
Yeah.
That's all because of Doug Dello. So like Doug Dello put up the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
fair.
did remember to unplug it so it wouldn't just go off randomly.
Speaking of fancy decorations, look at this. I got my Cobra shirt up today.
Right.
I got my Super Joe shirt up. That hasn't been out in a while. And then the all-time classic, right? Classified Duke. hang it up back there and change things up a little bit.
There you go. No La Parka back there. I mean,
oh yeah, La Parka, he's on tour. He's out there looking for Silver King.
Well,
he's on the road.
And El Dandy. Oh, I loved El Dandy. That guy sucked.
He was good in his day. You have to, like, we didn't see El Dandy in his prime, I don't think.
I guess that's fair.
So, but he got that job somehow.
I mean, he had to earn that name somehow, right?
He was El Dandy.
He was the dandy.
And you know what that means in English? The dandy.
The dandy, right?
The dandy.
Yeah, his strap match with El Nino is the stuff of legend.
In an epic no mas match.
They should have brought in his brother as the original El Dandy, and then they could have had a real banger.
Speaking of El Nino, we do have a bit of weather going through our area tonight. Nothing super severe, but heavy thunderstorms. So if something happens,
I'm your man.
Thunderstorm got us right. It's, the remaining 10 seconds before my power goes out. Mark will be happy to take you through the outro. But gentlemen, we got a lot going on this week, so I'm gonna cut our blather session short. We're actually gonna start the news as soon as I hit the button. We're gonna
allegedly.
God, where the hell do these things go?
Rob, where'd you put the news button?
Every week, StreamYard.
I'm not telling.
The setup every freaking week. Anyways, here's the news. And remember to do all that cool YouTube stuff for us now that we've gotten things underway. Leave us a nice, pleasant comment about, wow, it's great that they got right into the show this week. Chances are people will complain about that because they're used to being able to tune in late.
Right.
It's all the news. Well, screw those people.
Well, too bad. Time to get on the stick.
We're outside that 5-minute mark by 8 seconds, so I can give people the double finger.
Yeah.
But make sure you're hitting the thumbs up button. Give us a like. Share us in your social media circles. Leave a nice comment down below in the big boy section. And, of course, if you haven't by now, subscribe to the channel. You've already watched this far into the show. The YouTube algorithm will continue to recommend us to you for the rest of your natural life. You might as well just hit the button and help us out.
All right. I'm seeing a very important comment from Dennis Fleming.
Right.
Helping us out just by being here. So where's the gunny?
First dessert item.
Real fest. Do you want me to send you? Of course, we want you to send us some. Send brownies. Or the honcho. I mean, we'll reimburse postage on brownies.
Yeah. Even though if you had to send a baked good, wouldn't brownies be like up there with pound cake because they weigh like a metric ton?
Right.
Like brownie, there's some serious pastry going on right there.
It's less chance of getting squashed, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Survivability rate is high.
All right.
That's the good news.
If the bubble's dented on my brownie, I'm sending it back.
We'll take it.
But yeah, okay. So first news item.
Brownie.
Sorry, I was getting caught up on the rest of live chat there.
I was still thinking about the brownies.
Right. After Action Report, Volume 3 is 100% funded on Kickstarter. You know what that means? There we go. But, it is funding through July 9th. And they have passed their first stretch goal, working on getting a stretch goal number 2. Racktime Rob, as our After Action Report chief correspondent, why don't you go ahead and take this away?
All righty. The second stretch goal will be reached at 18,000. And that will include all color 8 by 11 prints of the Command Files Volume 1, Volume 2, the location map. Greg G.I. Joe heads of the original 14 Joes. That means shooters in there.
Mm-hmm.
These are new prints of the stretch goals from the previous campaigns, and plus the Command Files Chain of Command poster.
All right, which was available to those of us who were cool enough to get to Assembly Required last year.
The next stretch goal is Rob in the couch pose as a centerfold.
So
I'm going full Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't do that. Ragtime Rob, what was stretch goal number 1? What is everybody who gets?
All right, and when they crossed 15,000, they got a Mark Pennington cover, the 8 by 11 print, full color version included. Version means basically none of the trade dress or anything like that. The title. This cover is is a wraparound that matches up with the Volume 1 and Volume 2 cover prints, equaling a 6-page or 3-print connected cover over 3 volumes and 3 prints.
That's right. And as a further incentive, guess what we've got tonight?
Ooh.
We have a first look of the cover for Command Files Volume 3. It is just the black and white. It is the pen lines are done. It is not colored in, so it's just the black and white version. But here it is. Blam.
Pretty slick.
I'll get it in the big window there just to maximize everything.
Well.
See all your favorites in there?
Nope.
I was immediately, as soon as I said that, I started looking for Interrogator. It does not look like Interrogator made the cut, Mark. I'm sorry.
No, I see him. He's in there. He's behind the his stand.
Oh, that's right. There, he's sitting in the back in the cargo.
Yeah.
He's flying his battle copter behind that stone outcropping up there.
But yeah, the fine pencils and inks done by Mark Pennington here, as you know, a guy who was involved in the design of all of our favorites back in the day. We got rattlers flying above, but Wild Weasel standing on the ground. It's good times. It's good times. Not necessarily, it's a lot of cut and paste here. We're not necessarily looking at one full scene. Otherwise, Cobra Commander would be about 25 feet tall, or Major Blood would be a very small little person. But again, don't let there's some artistic interpretation going on here, so don't let that throw you. But this will be the cover for After Action Report Command Files, Volume 3, Cobra, when you pledge today. Or better yet, open up another tab and just do it right now.
I like Monkey Wrench back there with his eyes on the prize. Good for him. I guess he's not worried about Destro in the foreground.
Destro's way up there, man.
Monkey Wrench is like, hey, that darling.
That gold helmet notoriously cuts down the peripheral vision.
Right. And really hot on photo day. Come on, take the picture.
Take the photo.
Good to see Pythona made it, but not Interrogator.
Well,
bitch. I mean,
I
look, if Interrogator had made that kind of entrance in the movie, he'd have gotten in there.
And it would have been a better movie, just saying.
I hate to be the one to break this to you, Mark, but she's probably more popular than Interrogator.
Yeah, it's fair. Well, you know what? No, because half the community hates her. But none of the community knows who Interrogator is. So fair enough. So he's not less popular.
Because most of the people that hate Cobra Law still think Pythona was pretty cool. So.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you
Pythona
that.
and Nemesis Enforcer kind of get a pass.
A little bit.
So not everybody.
Except, wait,
100%.
Wasn't Nemesis Enforcer was basically the fiend of that movie? Right? Nothing could hurt him until Sergeant Slaughter just started beating on him with fists. And they were like, yeah, all right. That was
he was Jaws or Odd Job.
I mean, yeah. Look, Sergeant Slaughter had already been established through an entire season of Sunbow cartoons that he was superhuman.
right. But didn't the Enforcer hand him his lunch earlier in the movie, as I recall?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
So he must have been the booker. It was Dusty Rhodes syndrome. That's fine.
Right. He had to get his win back.
Yeah.
That was the best you were going to get out of Slaughter, man. Was a Hogan, 1-for-1, and Hogan goes last, so he stayed for longer, right?
I'm not mad at Sarge. I'm just mad at Cobra Law.
You got to let that go, man. It's been 40 years.
It turns out it was a typo. It was a page break. It was actually supposed to be called Cobra Lane, and they cut the end. Yeah.
The funny part of it is that if we had Buzz Dixon sitting in here with us, he'd probably agree.
I think he would.
If you listened to it the last time we had Buzz Dixon in the studio, yeah, I probably would.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long time ago, though. We should get Buzz back. Not for any particular reason. He was just a cool dude. Anyways, we'll be back with more from After Action Report later in the show.
Woohoo!
We get to Stump Rack Time Rob. Today's topic in Stump Rack Time Rob is the Baroness, so we will be seeing if Rob can carry through on his perfect record. Currently,
Josh said he was going to try and toughen up the question. So basically, I'm going to have to guess, like the Baroness's vision and her exact prescription for her glasses.
Right. Currently, Stump Rack Time Rob 5-0 last week, 10-0 overall.
Ooh.
That's not showing up too well, is it?
It's not bad.
It's not terrible. Not terrible.
Oh, a question.
Yes, Mark.
How you gonna have Crystal Ball on there and no Interrogator?
Well,
because Crystal Ball was more readily available.
He's still available in stores, Mark.
Is that like the Alpha One Revenge Blue Ninja guy next to Scrap Iron there above Firefly?
I think so.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Alpha 001. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. You got the zeros right. You know what? In fairness, these are not bad characters. They're just not as good as Interrogator. I do like that they cut off Darklon's legs, because waist up, Darklon's a badass.
Right.
And waist down, he is a train wreck.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He looks better on the classified figure.
Yeah, I got to change him up. I got to put some serious looking legs down there, because you can't take him serious.
Are we gonna do another lazy bastard custom there, Mark?
Yeah, I try to do one of those segments once every decade, so
we're due.
It's about time.
Right. It's only been 5 years, you know.
What would be awesome is if I pulled through the deuce and I brought out my new and improved Dark Lawn, and he had on like the banana pants or the leopard print. That'd be awesome. It'd be Pimp Daddy Dark Lawn. Yeah.
Give him headbands lower half. He got sensible slacks.
Yeah, so he's pamping. Pamping's not easy.
Well, not only would he have sensible slacks, he'd have spats.
Right. His name's not Dark Lawn anymore. Now he's just called Bouse.
Johnny Darklawn Agency. I don't know.
Lenny and I tried to make a Decepticon named Bouse, B-A-U-S, and legal shot it down over and over again. Like, who's got a license on Bouse? They got mad at us too. We were like, how about Bouse? They're like, no. We're like, how about Decepticon Bouse? No. Man.
So, anyways, I'll let that go. So again, yeah, we'll be back later in the show with more from After Action Report. But as for now, next news item.
Bouse.
Hey, up now at codenameiowa.com, Fans in Command Operation Space Chase. That's right. It's part 2 of their Fans in Command polling. You can head over there and vote for your favorite crazy-ass 90s Joes to be the representatives for this year's Assembly Required theme. As you know, last year they went with more of the mid-'80s Joes. It was, you know, the beachheads and wetsuits and racondos of the like. This is more the later guys in the line.
Joe's second decade.
Right. Your Space Forces, your Ninja Forces, etc., etc. Available now for you to vote at codenameiowa.com. And again, these will be the characters that are depicted on all of the promotional materials and the exclusives and the artwork and all that good stuff that they do every year at Assembly Required. November 13th and 14th in Des Moines, Iowa. You going to be there?
I was going to say, Just Jeff has an interesting comment to add. Just Jeff, he's number 45 of the Just Jeffs.
Real quick. Super Chat's working. Yes, it is, Josiah Alcorn. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they are.
But Just Jeff is who is Interrogator?
No, who is Interrogator? He's an interrogator that fell from the sky.
That's
impacted.
Yeah. That's the disaster event that wiped out Interrogator back in 1992. Right.
Yeah, it killed all the Dinobots. Yeah, it was a sad day. By the way, banned. Get him out. Ban that guy.
The Gunny chiming in. There were no Marines, but there were Mega Marines. There were Mega Marines. So,
Gung Ho had a new figure in '92, didn't he? I mean, beside the Mega Marine.
91 or 92, yeah.
That was a headband guy, right?
Yeah.
To keep him warm. That was like Arctic Gung Ho.
He did button up his vest a little bit.
Yeah, and he wore a headband for warmth.
That's not a bad design, except I don't like the headband.
Didn't he have a big funky thing on his bicep, right? That you could like hook weapons on and stuff or something?
I don't remember.
I thought he did. He wasn't terrible.
Wasn't bad. There were some real mistakes on reissued characters late in the line, but Gung Ho got off fairly well. Not as good as Roadblock, but still fairly well. Jeff says it was worth it.
That's fair.
Interrogator. Firefly says at least he was wearing a helmet. Yeah. Good. I mean, safety first, always. Safety first. So again, maybe if you got nothing else going on besides the show, you can open up another tab. Check out codenameiowa.com and get your votes in for your favorite crazy ass 90 Joes.
Interrogator. He can go to space. He's got a helmet and everything.
Right. Yeah. You don't vote on the Cobras though. Maybe he'll just be there in his space copter backpack.
That's fair.
Maybe
helicopter's less functional in space, I'm told.
that is the theory, certainly. But has anyone ever taken a helicopter to space to truly test that?
That's probably why they put that one little jet engine on the back of the original Fang, right? just in case he went way too high. At least he could find his way back. I could just see him going up through the ozone and reporting back. Getting kind of hot up here. No cockpit around.
Yeah, now it's getting kind of cold.
He went up a Viper. He came back an incinerator.
Next news item.
Do.
Hey, look, hey, we're in the middle of Yojo June. Who knew? Weird. Were you aware of this?
I have heard rumors.
Right? I'm trying to think if I actually ordered anything yet. Not for lack of effort.
Right. We will touch on that in a little bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
if by touch on that you mean jump up and down on it like a gorilla on a Samsonite luggage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, did a whole presentation. It was BMAC and TV's Dan Larson on June 3rd. So we are probably the last to review this with you, but that's okay because we're the best.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to get all the other junk out of the way first. They do Wednesdays to give us time to know that we'll get a full week until Tuesday to then get warmed up for the following Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it is. That's the secret to it all. And then someday the current crop will actually acknowledge that we exist publicly, as opposed to just privately cursing our names. Yeah. So Tweet Yourself says, classy move by BMAC and Hasbro to shout out Letty and Tony. Sure. I mean, it's their work that we're getting. Mm-hmm. So we should. I mean, you know, it's obviously an issue that's still fairly fresh in people's minds. Although now that there's actually product coming, there's some thunder. Now that there's product coming, people will slowly start to move on. We hope. As Lord knows, I'm tired of all the negativity.
I mean, we've never met or interacted with BMAC ever. I don't think.
No.
But he seems like a quality dude.
Yeah, he seems all right.
I'm glad he's got his hand on the wheel of our favorite brand.
Right. So anyways, we have so many slides today that I actually have to switch presentations. We'll see if we can do this seamlessly.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So first up on pre-order, and I apologize, some of these are going to get a little funky. I had to cut and paste so much that the font changed on all my slides.
Right. Plus, I think you messed up the spelling. Maybe. What's that ninja guy's name?
Who
is he?
I can't quite make it out. That's right, Shebang and Ninja Force Scarlet available $59.99. That is a Target exclusive. So good luck. First off, if you didn't catch it from Pulse,
and no one did,
right? Via Candios on that one, because you know how good Target's gotten about these things. But that is $59.99 and expected in July. So at least if you missed the pre-order, as you probably did, you won't have to wait too long before it doesn't show up on the pegs in your local Target. Mark,
the exact date's the 19th.
Great. I look forward to it not showing up at our local Target.
Right. What was the Pulse's limit on this?
Oh, 3 or 4.
Come on. What are you doing? And such a
you mean the limit on like what you can order?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I just grabbed one or tried to grab one, but in my cart couldn't buy it. Great. Now I get it. They can't sell a ton of Target exclusives on their own website. That would be being a bad partner. So I get that. But if they only have, and who knows the number, but if they only have 500 or 1,000, I don't care what the number is. I don't care if it's 5, right? The limit's got to be 1.
Yeah.
so as many different people get a shot at them as possible.
Right.
For something that's going to sell out to their Pulse premium members, and the non-premium people are never going to get a shot at it, the limit's got to be 1. And I don't remember what the limit is here, but in the past, it's always been a couple.
Yeah, I mean, there have been times it's been as high as 5, you know.
And it's such a simple policy to change. I can't fathom why you wouldn't want it the other way, right? Why would you want it this way when the feedback from the people paying extra for early access is, I don't think this is worth it for me.
Right.
Because I'm paying for early access, showing up on time, and being told, no, not you, but other people.
That's why I let mine lapse. Got tired of it happening.
That's it.
I'm done with it. I'm through. I'll take my chances with the retailers.
I think there's more and more. The sense I get is more and more people are doing that. And the more times you run afoul of it, the more people are going to drop. So it is a loss leader in a totally different definition of the word. This, what's the word? Policy is costing you diehard customers. And that's one you don't keep doing. So whoever's not listening out there, listen up, or let's find somebody who actually is good at their job and wants to help the brand and the fans. Ridiculous.
Right. And I'm sure, I'm sure that the model isn't a whole lot different than when they were doing DTS back in the day, where the website is actually just a nameless retailer that Hasbro has branded as their own. So it's technically a separate entity, but why aren't you taking control of that situation?
Because it's your name on it. So
right, it's exactly it's your name on it, not theirs. It's not brandxtoys.com. It's HasbroPulse.com. Why are you letting this happen? It's mind-boggling.
Right here in the comments, best point by JUE Pukta GZ. He's saying what we're all thinking.
There we go. Did I miss Dancing Shebang? Apparently you did.
No, you didn't. I like that Ricky Martin is basically the John Travolta Pulp Fiction meme.
Right.
Through half of that 5.9 second clip.
And that is about right, too. I think that's where that one times out. I think 5.8 something. To be on the safe side, right?
As Cobra Commander would say, superb.
It's not as quick as the Justin Timberlake one. So
It's gonna be me.
The sting at the end is the best. And that doesn't count because it's not part of the song.
Right. That's enough of it. That's what makes it enough of a change that they can't sue me. That's why we like it. Yeah, see, he's with us. Oh,
he knows what's up. Look, man, if they sue us before Black Major, there's a problem. There's a priority issue over there.
Right. It could be though. At that point, I think it's just because we'd be easier to find.
That's probably true.
Right? We tend to do things with our real names, like
right. I mean, I'm down the street, and they just have to follow the tornado crater out in Indy to find you guys. So not bad.
Although this past summer, it's probably more like the flash floods.
Just washed away.
Wherever the second story building is suddenly the first story, that's where we are.
Because of copyright, don't they have to call it the Sergeant Flash floods? You're not getting any flash floods. You'll be lucky to get a Grand Slam flood.
Right. Firefly says that Hasbro uses Shopify. If you say so. Wait,
whatever.
Whatever it is, they're kind of damaging their own brand, because I'll bet Shopify is not taking 1,000 angry, comments and emails and everything else on that.
From a product standpoint, this is a pretty damn good 2-pack.
Oh yeah, yeah, no question.
Scarlet looks great. I remember the original Ninja Force Scarlet. I was excited about because the original Scarlet didn't age well, and
Right.
she's such an iconic figure. You wanted a new version, and then she was not bad, but she had the most mannish head ever. Like, why'd they put a ponytail on Thunder? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. I mean, and let's face it, the original Scarlet, I mean, that was just Flash's head with a wig. I mean, it was,
Pretty much, right?
It was not great. No. And so we're 2 for 2 on classified, getting Scarlet right. Like probably the 2 best Scarlet figures. One of the top 5 most important characters in the entire line has had her 2 best figures released within the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. Jamie Bonson says he should be dancing to the William Hung version. That's funnier to listen to, but it's not as much fun to watch.
Somewhere out there, William Hung's getting a phone call. They remember you. You're trending.
And he's like, "Oh, does that mean I have to use the accent again?"
Yep.
Yes, it does, William. Get back to it, man.
And I'm gonna disagree with Derek Holloman in the comments. There ain't nothing wrong with that second figure in this pack, other than the name. The name always sucked, but that's a pretty solid looking ninja figure there. Little lucha, maybe, but
no worse than any of the rest of Ninja Force.
Yeah.
He fits right in with what they're doing there. And were you talking about Shebang?
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't see that coming. Walked right into that.
Right, just right in there. I saw you talking as the microphone cut out. I'm like, oh man, he just missed that entirely. He's been setting him up all night, and then he gets set up himself. Nothing.
My guess is if you're really after Shebang, you'll probably have a lot of solos available on eBay. That's what I think.
Something tells me he's the one that'll be out there for $12 to $15 at buy it.
Or you'll see him repacked on shelves all the time.
Yeah,
right?
it'll be, he'll be the one that'll be back in the box, right?
Yeah.
And it'll be, Toy Biz Invisible Woman in the package with him.
Kids will be opening up birthday presents and going, "This isn't a Crimson Guard Immortal." No, it's not.
McDonald asked, "Who's left from Ninja Force that you'd like to see?" Honestly, don't care.
No one.
Yeah, if they don't do any more of them, I'm fine. If they do the rest of them, great. I'm happy for the people that like it. Maybe if they get a Ninja Force Snake Eyes or something, that'd be fine. But yeah, I don't have to have any of the rest of them.
Yeah. Or a new character. I mean, I don't want to, go nuts here, but
settle it down there.
Simadana.
So again, Target exclusive on that one, $59.99 via Condillos. Also, Deep Six was up for pre-order. He is $42.99, a deluxe figure. He is expected in October. This is one of the winners for me from last week. It's just cool to have a Deep Six that's functional. That's actually a fun toy, as opposed to that brick with arms that we got so many years ago.
Yeah.
And they just kind of left out there as the last word in Shark Pilots. So I like that this guy exists. Did I go out and get one? Absolutely. Yeah, tweet yourself. Raptor and Crystal Ball redemption levels here. Yeah, that's about right.
That's fair. As I mentioned last week, I just don't like the underdrawing, right? If you actually drew the body of the pilot in that suit. If his arms are in here and he's controlling the arms.
Right.
Okay. But like you could lose the entire black portion right above the belt buckle. And then I could believe that those are his legs in those legs, right? But his feet have to stop before the actual ankles of the suit. Have to.
Right.
So
Same with his fingers getting into those gloves. Like,
yeah, there's no way. Like the shoulders, like this guy wouldn't have gone into the GI Joe team. He would have been the greatest linebacker of all time.
right. He's
Right.
playing on the defensive line for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. Are you middle or outside linebacker? Yes.
I'm
But I love it, and I think you hit the nail right on the head with Raptor from the comments with Raptor and Cristobal. 3 characters that just didn't move the needle back then, right? All really, really well upgraded and modernized. So good for them. And I love the double helmet. You don't like it? Put the other one on.
Cool. Yeah, good to have options.
Yeah, I don't know about the skull head, but
Yeah,
it's weird, but like if you're gonna make it for something else, whatever, fine.
Yeah.
You know. But anyways, $42.99. This is available everywhere, I believe. I think Deep Six is wherever toys are sold.
Yeah, Deep Six was general release,
which is nice to see on the deluxe figures. It's a sign of strong sales. It's a sign of a continued success for our favorite line. Stitch Young says, "I'm sorry, but this Deep Six is great." What are you apologizing for? We know he's great. We agree. There's just weird anatomical things, but not enough to keep us from buying it, obviously. I'm in. Give me that big ass linebacker dude in a diving bell. Sure. Bring him.
Sure.
Bring him.
Designed by Rob Liefeld.
No, he's got feet.
I knew that would pop Rob. You don't know that.
He's got feet.
no feet.
He's got big robot feet. Actually, they should be pointy and like up on the toes, right?
They should be behind rocks. Also on the 3rd, we did get Battle in a Box made available. That is projected to show in November. That is Snake Eyes and the G.I. Joe Varmint ATV. I continue to love that it's called the Varmint.
No.
We got the Stealth Viper and Stealth Flight Pod. Look, Mark, I ironically love that it's called the Varmint because
that's what they got. Man, we used to have name store meetings, like 15 minutes long with 20 people in the room, throwing everything up on the board. And at the end of one guy's suggestion and the front flip of some girl's selection was perfect because we had 100 ideas on that board by the time they left.
Right.
You mean to tell me they had a name store meeting with the 10 remaining employees and the best they got was Varmint?
Well, it was. I mean, half of them are custodial staff, Mark. That's what
it's fair.
Every day.
Fair.
They're just trying to keep all the local voles out from getting in the lobby. There's no people to scare them off anymore.
Right.
Anyways,
they had to get Melvin from the basement.
Oh, poor Melvin.
Oh, Melvin. He grew up hard out in Oklahoma.
Ooh, Torpedo has a good call here. Torpedo 8384.
Yeah, Torpedo Mike, couldn't they call it a mongoose or something? I keep waiting for G.I. Joe to have something called the mongoose just because it's the natural enemy of cobras and they refuse to name anything mongoose.
And they could have real file name Ricky Tabby. But no, McFarlane was after the license for Snake versus Mongoose for years. I think they were drivers that drove funny cars in the 70s. And somebody had that trademark completely locked up for toys. Now I've been seeing a bunch of Snake versus Mongoose on the market, and you can't just keep it forever. But
Right.
I know for a long, long time it was wrapped up. Somebody had it and wasn't letting it go. And that's one of the reasons why Joe never had Mongoose as a character, because they should have. I don't know if it's still wrapped up now, but that's one of the stories.
Remember, it was a branded dirt bike for a while.
Maybe that's not a toy; it's a vehicle.
All right, but again, apologies on the messiness of the slides because we had to do some finagling to get them to work. But $109.99 the price point on these guys. They are expected in November. That's kind of a lot for straight up like. I'm not even going to call these bad repaints. Like the a ferret redo in Joe colors with a popular character that you can just turn into a Steel Brigade guy. Good plan.
Mm-hmm.
A fight pod with a Viper, always a good plan. He's kind of looks like the guy that we got back in '97. But I mean, I know it's not their fault. I'm not saying that it's overpriced. I know that things are expensive right now. But it was a little bit more than I could shell out for it.
Yeah. I like the steel core helmet. I think that helps a lot because that doesn't really.
Yeah, there's a lot of troop builder elements to this thing and everything except the price.
Yeah, and well, I mean, you can. Why would you buy this for 110 when you could get a Despoiler and Destro for 110? Like,
right?
The pricing's starting to sting a little bit right now, and people are feeling the pinch on everything. And I get it, right? Petroleum, that's plastic is petroleum based, so I do get it. But something like this, partially clever repaints, ostensibly as a troop builder pack that people might buy multiples of. Nobody's buying multiples of this. They might buy one. And I think maybe more often than not, people aren't going to buy it. So maybe I'll discount.
Yeah, this screams of the Wait for Ross crowd. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I don't like the Wait for Ross crowd. And I'm not that guy.
No, I'm not a fan of that movement. But yeah, I get it in this case. There's just nothing that inspirational here that says $110 for me.
Yeah. And if you're the Wait for Ross crowd, that's fine. I'm not telling you how to spend your money, but don't pretend like you're supporting the brand because you're not.
Figure Six Packs asks, what issue did Mongoose buy the farm? There was that one guy in that issue of Special Missions, right?
Yeah, they must have written it and then realized they couldn't get the trademark.
Maybe, or wait, no, I'm thinking of Mangler. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Didn't Mangler have? He had like the wild card open vest and big blonde hair.
He was just real generic. He had he was just in camo with a t-shirt underneath and carried the M16 and was just mean to Lightfoot.
Right. And then made the noble sacrifice at the end.
Right. Well, it was Lightfoot, right?
Yeah.
Was it? I was somebody. Yeah. So you could do for the one and dones, right? You could do Mangler and Cool Breeze. Can I get a 3-pack out of this?
DJ.
Was he dead in the first issue?
He was dead the first time. He was alive for 2 panels. Killed off in benzene.
There you go.
Sitting right behind Dodger.
Right.
All 3 of them could fit on the battle wagon.
Right.
Prone.
The battle wagon holds a lot of corpses.
The battle bunker.
No.
Oh, that's right. The battle wagon was the Bigfoot looking thing.
Right. Battle wagon was the thing that almost killed Kirk Bazigian.
Yes.
That's right. And it could carry a lot of corpses too.
Apparently.
just not Kirk. We like Kirk.
Right. One was too many.
Yeah.
But I see I'm confusing my death traps. It's that kind of a night. You can tell it's late.
My collection of vehicles that are unsafe at any speed.
The Gunny, Gene ordered the mail away Name Your Own Joe and had Mongoose Mike sent to him. There you go.
That's not bad.
That's okay. I'm not a big fan of first names and code names, but I mean that Mongoose is a great G.I. Joe Steel Brigade nickname, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. First names and code names is a little bit too Leonard for me. And I with all respect to the folks at Leonard, they've done some fine work over the years, but sometimes those names, you could tell it was one of those, well, what does Hasbro not have a copyright on? The one guy,
Demolition Larry.
Yeah, we can call him Jody. Jody what? Just Jody.
Just
Can
Jody.
we call him
name?
Can we call him G.I. Jody? No.
Just Jody. And so the guy's name winds up being just Jody. Anyway. So sometimes the little skits that happen in our heads are more entertaining than what we're actually talking about.
Not bad.
But so, anyways, give us what you think about the Battle in a Box set in the Big Boy comments down below. Tell us what you think. We're of course open to all your feedback about all this stuff. Just do all that cool YouTube stuff for us while you're here.
I do like that the Trouble Bubble pilot comes with way more weapons than he could carry into the Trouble Bubble.
Yeah,
right. I mean, more than he could carry out of the Trouble Bubble, frankly.
Right. And I'm not ripping Hasbro for that. I imagine him taking off and yelling down there, "Hey, Bill, watch my stuff!"
Just he's got that harness in there. You just kind of slide it into the harness. I don't know.
Right. He's flying with all the stuff like arm hugged, like don't drop my machine gun.
Trying to fly it while he's shooting 2 machine guns out the
right. While he's trying to pull his goggles down over his face shield.
Right.
Tough being a Trouble Bubble guy.
Not what I'd sign up for.
No. And he's like, "Where'd I put that goddamn air mine?"
And of course, the last of the pre-orders that they started last Wednesday was Cobra Commander in his dress uniform and the throne. That was retailing at $69.99. That is also expected in November. This, I think, is also from the big winners list on Wednesday. I liked it enough that I made it our thumbnail this week. I know we talked about it last week, but now that it's official, we can officially be excited. This is just all kinds of win, right?
Oh yeah, that is a sharp looking figure.
It's a marvelous looking figure. It's also a $40 throne.
Only 40 on the throne, huh? I mean, that's real gold, Mark.
Yeah, real gold and real hollow. I'm sure.
Yeah, well, look, it's hollow because it that's where you put the plumbing.
That's fair, and all the extra Trouble Bubble pilot guns. But
right. I mean, that's where you store it.
It's a great looking figure.
I'm hoping that the gold actually unwraps and it's chocolate.
It's a good idea.
I mean, a $40 chocolate Cobra throne. I mean, with the price of chocolate these days, that seems about right.
Yeah, that ain't bad. But yeah, it's a fantastic looking figure, and I love that the crown bit that they added that isn't really canon is removable. So if you don't like it, don't put it on.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for the crown, but it doesn't.
Yeah, no.
It's not like there's some divot in the front of his head that's screwing up the front of the figure.
Right.
Like it sits there snugly on its own, or you can just pitch it off to the side.
But I mean, the story of this one is how hard it was to get.
Right. That is a whole other news bit on its own, frankly.
Okay. Do we have another bit on that? Because it bears discussion.
We can talk about it here. Well, since you brought it up.
Just that, and I like that BMAC was open about it beforehand, saying that if there is, enough interest, we do have a second run lined up. Okay, good. Really good of them to get that news out there ahead of time. But they must have got that news out there ahead of time because they foresaw a potential problem.
Right.
So if you knew it was going to be a problem, that can't have just occurred to you, right? That should have been from jump when you talked about Hooded Cobra Commander, one of the most requested figures, one of the few great alternate versions of an A+ guy they have left to do. It's going to be popular.
Right.
And so if the idea was, well, let's not waste that on a retro card and only get $29.99 for it, what can we do to make him a little beefier and get a little more bang for the buck? There's nothing wrong with that. That's good brand management.
Right.
Now, I think they're pinching a little bit on the throne, but whatever. Obviously, the fans didn't mind because whatever they had sold out fast. And so the idea, I tried to get it, couldn't get it as a Pulse, specialty guy. I could get it from Entertainment Earth if I want to pay $30 shipping, which is friggin' ridiculous.
Their shipping's crazy expensive.
What a mess. So it reminds me why I never go there. And then news came out, what was it, earlier today, that there may be more becoming available later this week?
That we do have a little bit on later.
Okay.
A minute or two.
So I just wanted to include that because it's part of the discussion. If you knew you had more available or could allocate more, and you made a statement ahead of time that there could be a second run if people have that much interest, it just seems like either different departments weren't communicating well, or it was just badly planned. Either way, they have a figure that people really want, that they're gouging a little bit for, but people are paying it. So that's win-win. They get more money and the fans are happy. But the allocation, the amount they made, and the idea that it's sold out, but we might make more later, and a week later they have more. Factory doesn't work like that. So this was bungled on some level. But as I said 3 times, fantastic looking figure.
Right. I am sure that, you brought up communication issues. I am sure that is a rampant problem right now. With the number of people who are either leaving or being, recently laid off. I am sure that
the fact that they're moving.
Right. With the move, I am sure that there have been multiple lines of communication that have just been snapped over the last couple of months in the lead up for this. So it's not an excuse. It's just more a statement of why. Like they should that still be planned around? Absolutely.
Yeah. And there are less people.
Right.
So on some level, there's less people to drop the ball. And I didn't work from home a day in my life, except for the summer I worked from home while beating cancer. Right. But they all do it at least 2 days a week, if not more right now. So email communication has got to be the norm right now. So I don't know. It feels like someone was sloppy with this. Don't know who it is, and I'm not blaming BMAC because plenty of times it's up the food chain,
right.
and the brand manager can't say, well, it actually was the VP,
right.
or no, it was the head of Boys Toys. She's a mess, right? Like, and that's not being sexist. That's not me being sexist. I just was there at a point where the head of Boys Toys was a female and a mess. So that's my own psychosis bleeding over.
BMAC has the right to keep his job.
Yeah, absolutely. For now.
right. Until he will at some point in the future be laid off, because that's what Hasbro does.
Yeah, because you never know. Right.
It's never a measure of how good or bad you are. It's just a measure of time. Yeah. I mean, it's a good way to keep your job anywhere, is to not sell out your boss in public. That's a great way to not get fired, is to not sell out your boss in public. So, but yeah, absolutely. This is the winner of week 1. Maybe the whole month, who knows, provided they can get enough of these into people's hands that we're happy with the number that we have.
Hasbro has brought, hard to get stuff back.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a thing in Marvel Legends where they have a comeback collection where it's basically figures that were hard to get in earlier assortments that they've thrown back out. So,
it's also called "We're out of ideas."
Right.
You can only make.
Well, in this case, though, I think it really was, hey, let's get these things. Let's see if we can't get these things back out, because people really want them, and we either didn't get enough of them out, or they went faster than anticipated.
And it makes a lot of sense for Star Wars more than any other property, right? Because they are out of characters on Star Wars.
The team in charge of Wave 25 got laid off last week.
Yeah.
So let's recycle some guy.
So you're not getting your Yak Face figure. I'm sorry.
But yeah, there's a list of stuff that folks haven't gotten the promised re-releases on yet, Rob. Like Serpentor is still a big stick, folks. the vamp is a big sticking point for folks.
Right.
There's some important pieces that has been promised on, and there's been no.
And there's been nothing. Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen it for Joe.
Been on it, so
the
I'm
closest,
willing-
the closest
go
I
ahead,
think
Rob.
we got to that was Major Blood coming back around. You know, so.
Sure. I'm just saying that the skepticism on that is warranted.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet they held off on a vamp, 2.0, because they knew they had this desert vamp coming, right?
Right.
Spoiler, by the way.
Right. But not to be outdone, these were the pre-orders that were made available starting last Wednesday. My mistake. We also got to see the file cards released on GI Joe branded social media. Great. Start putting them in the boxes, and I'll start getting actually excited about.
Or at least, recharge your website and put them there. That type
Right.
Right.
I love that the Stealth Viper looks like a kid that didn't write enough for his paper. And he's like, how can I space out the lines here? Maybe beef up the font a little bit, mess with the margins.
Yeah.
And the funny part of it is that's the only one of these that's got new content on it,
Right.
and it's
Yeah.
easily the shortest one.
Yeah.
These are all reprinted from other file cards. Sorry, going through some of the live chat notes there. So yeah, these are out there. If you're on social media, check them out on the Instagram account or the Facebook account for GI Joe. There they are. And sure, why not? Again,
And if you're keeping track of the badges, what they mean, and what each character is qualified in and isn't, you're the only one.
Yeah, because the website where you could look that up is gone.
Yeah. Even still, it felt like a lot of work went into that for absolutely zero benefit.
Right. I mean, had you maybe had them on a piece of cardboard in the package to where people could reference them, maybe that's kind of cool. But as it is now, even having that on a website that I have to keep going back to referring.
Yeah. If you had them on pack and had them QR coded, so you could scan and see who Deep Six was joining on the Navy team or
Right.
whatever, now you got something. But
Right. If I were a kid and I was that kind of hyperactive all the time, it's awesome. But I'm 50 years old. I don't have the energy for this sort of thing. Just tell me.
Yeah.
Just tell me.
Derek Holloman has a good point there down at the bottom of the comments.
I mean, God forbid, put them on the box, McFarlane.
Yeah, or in the box like Weber.
Right. Like I'll even take the we need the boxes to be the same for international standards, what have you, excuse. You know what? It's not the same world in 2026 that it was in 1986. Okay, but I tended to be a fan of the Mark Webber put it in the package method. It was less for me to have to cut up. We all know how dangerous I am with scissors.
And they said, well, it's got to be 4 language. I said, okay, we'll put 2 file cards in there, front and back them.
No big.
Again,
Reckless hot take! Reckless hot take!
I cut myself off twice in the same show.
I apologize, Mark. That was on me. I meant to play the short one first off. And then, there was a pause. Like I hit the button and there was a delay. So my apologies on that.
No, it's so bad.
It should have worked better.
Not every alley-oop works. It's fine.
Right.
But nothing like having them on card. But I guess they're selling a lot of these internationally.
Sometimes when they decide to, they tend to move okay internationally. I wonder if any of, I mean, we probably don't have a ton of live viewers right now in the UK. but I'm curious to know exactly how many of these retailer exclusives show up there at all.
Right.
All right. But anyways, moving forward, we got some digital renders. And here's my other big winner. If I had to pick 3, man, the HAL. Get out of here with the HAL. But it looks kind of relative-wise, scale-wise, it looks smaller than the original HAL did. That's okay, because frankly, laser technology has come a long way since 1982, and we don't need to send a man out there with a tractor trailer with gun barrels on it anymore. It can be something that's maybe the size of a large refrigerator, and that's okay. I thought for sure that Grand Slam was going to be with the jump, and then we would get red card Grand Slam or red pad Grand Slam on a retro card. I really thought that was how this was going to go, because the jump is something that's pretty iconic, and we haven't seen a whole lot of it. Maybe you could have a whole launch station where you had 3 or 4 of them that all plugged into one. And so I figured, hey, great, Grand Slam can come with that. That'll be a fantastic little play set. Oh no, man, we're gonna get a HAL. We're gonna blow some stuff out of the sky with the HAL. Mark Weber, your arms are crossed. You've leaned back in your chair. What's wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. I agree with you. I thought it was going to be the flip. Because I never thought they'd do a HAL. They've never done a HAL other than there was the original one, right?
Right.
And then they reissued it in a 2-pack with the Vamp, I think 2 years later, right? In a box set.
That's the Sears exclusive box set.
Yeah, that's true. But I've never done it since. I wanted to make a new HAL like crazy. But there was a pink slip that got in the way. But I was looking at it, and I was really surprised and happy to see it. But when I looked at it at this sort of 3/4 angle shot, I thought it really doesn't sell how big or small it actually is. But if you were just going to put up one image, there's no better way to show it.
Right.
Unless maybe you did a raised 3/4, but whatever.
Yeah, until we actually see the physical representation of it, I don't think we can.
Yeah, I think it looks a little stubbier than what it is. It's definitely scaled down from, like, if you were just taking the original HAL and scaling it up for 6 inches, it would be a lot bigger than what this is.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't have to be that big. It wasn't that exciting at that size. So making it a little smaller is fine, and we don't really know what it looks like, because this is,
yeah,
it's different.
And given, I know that the spoiler has been hitting the gym, right? It's bigger than it should be. But if the spoiler in Destro is 110, what's the HAL and what would a full size HAL?
Right. It'd be
slavish to the original be. Got to be 125 at least, right?
Right. Even if you just dumb it down, it's going to be that same 110.
Yeah.
If you can bring me something that is as unessential as the HAL and make it fun and bring it in at $79.99, I'm a lot more receptive to that.
And I'm totally fine with the front kickstand going forward rather than going back like the original, because the back one wasn't even secured by anything. It fell off all the time.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of kids out there who have an original HAL that has to be propped up by something, because that kickstand was lost to the sands of time. So I got no problem with any of that. No problem with it being slightly smaller. My 2 bits here, and maybe I'll get proven wrong on this. Man, the computer in front is supposed to be brown. It's a really nice color break, and I wish they would have kept that. Maybe there's still hope for it. But the big one, which is a big miss if they don't do it, where's his friggin' visor?
It's on there.
I don't see it. Is it black?
It looks like it's just clear, but it's got helmet behind it.
Man, I don't see it. And if the guy with the biggest laser cannon ever on the team,
right, doesn't
visor, you got a problem, man.
He should come with sunglasses.
Yeah.
But
If it's there, I take it back. But when I looked at it, I didn't see any hint of a visor. So.
It's difficult to tell because this isn't the greatest. The pixelation on this is not the best. This is not the crispest image that we will see of this.
Yeah.
This is a still from right out of because they didn't send any of this out. This was like I had to go into the video and take a screen cap. So this is a copy of a copy, if you will. But it looks like from where I am with the big screen in the original studio, it looks like the visor is on there. It's just clear and you see the back of the helmet.
Okay.
But honestly, the figure is what I'm in this for anyway, right? Like that's the part of this that I'm more excited for regardless.
Well, and you specifically, right? Because this guarantees Flash.
Right.
We were sure we were getting him, but
right. I'm excited for that reason too. But like Grand Slam he was never a bad figure either. Like whatever good things you can say about the Flash figure from 1982, you can pretty well say about the Grand Slam figure from 1982. They were the guys who probably aged the best out of that edition of figures, right? Like they were the ones that looked like they belonged for the longest. Certainly more than Grunt and Zap and Short Fuse and these really threadbare kind of guys who were there at the beginning of the toy line. So, so I like Grand Slam was pretty cool. I never had him as a kid. Like that was a guy he was a Rob exclusive. I did have Silver Pads Grand Slam, which was a Mike exclusive. So we got our Grand Slam bit in, but like most of the time I didn't care about the Hal or the jump. I like Grand Slam was running a machine gun in somebody else's vehicle.
And I still think you'll get that Silver Pad because you could make him on a retro card, right? Just including a backpack and a
right.
Just the jetpack and the laser blaster. Yeah.
Even if you want to give him the snow job rifle like he's got here in this picture, that's fine. Whatever.
Nobody's looking for the jump stupid handgun with the diagonal sight. Nobody's looking for that.
That's not a sight.
Mark, that's
a gear shift.
Mark, I wish that were the case, but if that comes out without that, somebody's just going to complain.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, if they made a laser blast that looks like something other than a couple simple shapes glued together.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be honest. Take us all back to '82, right? The jump was only cool because of the jetpack.
Yeah,
right. Nobody needed the landing pad or the dumbass computer. Come on. So you can totally throw him as a single carded Grand Slam. And in the end, I think we're all happier that way. So I like what they did here.
Job along in Toy City about overseas exclusives. The Target exclusive Scarlet and Shebang is up for pre-order here at Hong Kong at the local Hasbro retail partner. So, okay. A little insight into the Asian market there. Andrew Gauguin, Mike, I wonder, could this be brought out in retro packaging? Well, I think Mark just addressed that one pretty well. It's just kind of backwards from what we were thinking. So I know we had talked about that before in one of the many pre-shows. 610 Yojo Daddy has the right idea. Smash that like button and subscribe. Sneak that in there.
Lieutenant Falcone's got a great line.
I think the Hal was my first vehicle.
It's only a vehicle if you lose the kickstand and put it on a hill.
Right.
And then his code name changes from Grand Slam to ah! To Jane, stop this crazy thing.
From Grand Slam to no brakes.
Because we all know Grand Slam is all gas, no brakes.
Good Lord. Oh my God. Also for the digital renders, hey, look, it's Clutch in the Vamp Mark II. That's pretty cool. I'm curious where this is going to price out.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's two points, right? Obviously, when the original Vamp came out a couple years ago, it was before some other stuff had gone on in the real world. $99.99. So expect something higher than that. But then the other thought is there is still any number of retailers trying to move Stingers, which is this same Jeep with a different weapon pod, trying to move Stingers at clearance prices and not having any luck. So maybe not higher than $99.99. I don't know what's going on here. But anyways, we'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of reuse there that they should be taking advantage of. But
I mean, in this whole thing, just about, except for the missile pod, isn't it? I mean, even the flame effects are from scrap iron, so even those aren't new. Is the missile pod the only new? I mean, the doors.
And to be quite honest, doesn't that missile pod look a little like the Snowcat? I mean,
look, yeah, thematically that would make sense, Rob.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that because hey, that G.I. Joe weapon system looks an awful lot like this G.I. Joe weapon system. That makes sense. That's not going to annoy me. Figure Six Pack says it is, so we'll blame him. Oh, the boss is in.
I think I woke him up with when I changed Grand Slam's code name.
I mean, yeah, probably. Now he's in for headbutts, so
he's a good kitty.
He heard Snowcat, and
right.
Figured we were talking to him. Uncle Z says Vamp 2 and HAL are pulse only. Yeah, at the moment I think so. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe those got out to specialty retailers, your big bad toy stores, and your Entertainment Earths and the like. But this is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know my personal moratorium on large vehicles may have to get bent on this. I really thought that we would get the first Vamp again before we saw this one, like they kept telling us they wanted to do. But whatever.
And that was mentioned again.
Yeah, tan clutch, great. Again, Rob mentioning it, great.
Yeah.
Show me something, right?
Yeah.
I'm
I think he said something where they had to clear the factory out for this, and then basically they could tell them, "Hey, make the green one." So
right,
which totally makes sense.
Yeah,
and again, this is not directed at BMAC. He is the last guy at the end. He has no control over that. He talks about what they tell him to talk about. He sells what they tell him to sell. So,
I love the missile thing, the missile array,
right.
Because as great as the Vamp was, that gun they cobbled together was absolute trash.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Trash on what was otherwise a really good vehicle.
Yeah,
I don't mind the gun as much as the mount it's sitting on, where you've got like that much in there, and if you turn it, whoop, there it goes.
Yeah, terrible. And that's why I dropped $30 or whatever to get the old school Vamp cannon from our pal at Mark II Design.
Tweet Yourself asks, do you think they could ever do a Vamp Mark III Arctic version, or is that just overkill? I don't think it's overkill. I think Vamps are popular. There's an evergreen quality to them, and I think that's not the worst idea.
Mm-hmm.
I would be surprised if we saw it anytime soon, but somewhere down the line, why not?
Not until after the Snowcats roll out. So.
Right. But Clutch has his shotgun and his pistol like he did in the first time around. He's got his helmet. They gave him a Steel Brigade helmet too, if you want to go that way and get more than one of these. Which again, maybe not considering everything else. But he's got his wrench, he's got his pickaxe, he's got his fire extinguisher, he's got all that cool stuff for the Jeep. This looks like it's going to be a win. Agreed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't think I'm going to get it because the first one was enough, and there's a lot of stuff coming out at the same time. So sometimes even diehards got to be picky.
Right. Believe me, that's been my call to arms of the last few months. And then last digital render we got to see was for Action Man. And I'm sure this has the folks who are all asleep now excited. Looks like they're going the extreme sports 90s version of Action Man, as opposed to the traditional one, but that's okay. Keeps them out of that overkill. So a lot of orange. Mark Weber, your thoughts on Action Man?
2 words: trademark protection. That's all this is. Seriously, I mean, it's like we talk about the Revolution set that I did for San Diego Comic-Con, right? That was 100% protect all these trademarks. Okay, because it has to be something that's technically retail and Comic-Con counted. So that's why Action Man was in that set. That's why he's in this set, guaranteed, and that's fine. And the fact that they're doing something a little different, cool. And this, because I'm sure it's a trademark protection thing, it didn't take the place of something else. This isn't, oh man, why didn't they give me Interrogator? Because they should have. But it didn't take Interrogator's spot. Didn't take anybody's spot. So if you like it, go get it. If you don't like it, don't. I guarantee they didn't make too many of it. So it is what it is. It didn't take the spot of anything. It's cool on its own if you're an Action Man guy. And if you're not, fine. Yeah. Not hurting anybody.
Bart Simon asking, is that a Tom Cruise head?
Yeah, pretty good. And Cruise is famously protective of his likeness, right? Like, can you think of a Tom Cruise figure ever? Legally?
Not one that looked like him. Even the Mission Impossible toys didn't really look like him.
Probably on purpose, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sometimes guys are picky like that. Like that was, I read that was a stipulation for Nicholson to play the Joker, was that there could be no toys of a Nicholson Joker at the time. So think about how many Batman toys they sold in 1989, right?
Right.
But no Nicholson Joker. So yeah.
It's tough.
They sold Jokers, but they didn't look like him.
Yeah.
It's tough to get that middle tooth just right.
Nicholson doesn't have a middle tooth.
I mean, hard to say, man. He doesn't have any toys.
That's fair.
Dr. No Good says you could do Dr. X as a rifle to Cobra. Certainly. And then we could have all of the children in the UK call a 1-800 number to have him die.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we did it with Robin.
Right, we got Robin. Dr. X is next.
That commercial makes me laugh so hard. Oh my God. Look that up on YouTube when you get a second.
Oh man.
Dr. X.
Dr. X is dead.
Yeah, Dr. X commercial dies. Type that in your search bar. Amazing. Thank you, David Tree.
Brian King, 581. Good with a good thought here.
Good Falcon replacement head. I tend to be at the point now where I'm tired of looking for Falcon replacement heads.
I got a MCU Captain America. A Steve Rogers head was pretty good. That's what I did for mine.
I got the Night Force one. You just swap
right,
heads.
Night Force Falcon. You just did right there. I don't even have to lose my Falcon branding.
Bottom line, though, you shouldn't have to be buying a separate figure to fix the mongoloid they sent us on the Falcon.
That was just bad.
Mm.
I could even appreciate that he's not traditionally handsome, but that just looked like it was from a different line.
Mm-hmm. He looked like dead Herb Welch from the SNL sketches.
Herb Welch lives.
Don't talk to me like that, you haircut.
You tie rack. Don't tell me how to do my job.
Dominic Johnson. Rob, do you consider the second Robin dead, or still alive since DC brought him back?
Well, DC brought him back, so he's not dead.
Right. Yeah, think you answered your own question there, Dominic.
Yeah. Was it better with him dead? Yeah.
Yeah, he should have stayed dead.
Yeah.
Red Hood is the worst character in the DC universe.
But the Red Head, he's solid. Hey, Get away from my circus animals.
So now we know why he's out. Now we know why he's out.
He wants cookies.
He just got Mansword.
I put my scan head made by Mark II Designs on Falcon. Looks good, although I may be biased. Yeah, probably.
Right?
Probably, Doug.
Colin just realized he's in a locked room. We'll see if he voices a protest.
Dr. No Good says it could work as part of the Energon universe. Just get a good writer and artist.
Yeah.
That goes for anything. Yeah, no, Action Man as a protagonist in a story. Yeah, great.
Yeah, he's kind of like James Bond and G.I. Joe. So
you know, there isn't a whole lot to this version of Action Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when we even today when we talk about Action Man, we think of the old British toys.
Yeah.
And that version in the 90s is kind of lost on our crowd. Now, folks a little younger than us, maybe not. And folks a little younger than us and from overseas, maybe not. But that wasn't exactly a line that hit it big over here.
Yeah.
So there's not a huge footprint for it stateside. And so I can see how folks are thinking that this is a little bit of a tough sell, but it's not necessarily for us, and that's okay.
Guarantee they don't make enough for people to say, "Oh, look at it, it's still for sale." Nah.
Right, and I really do think that they're going to send most of this to overseas markets.
Yeah. How come you made Zach Randolph in the NBA line, Webb? I won't buy him. No, you won't. Try to find him.
Good luck.
Yep.
Just Jeff says,
now
"Hey,
it's collectible
reality for Jason Todd." Gunny wants Bullet Man. Give it time, man. Give it time.
Hey, if they did Bullet Man, I'd buy him.
Right? I'm in on Bullet Man.
Yeah.
You know who hates Bullet Man? Destro. He's like, show off, son of a bitch.
Right. He gets to move his jaw.
Right.
He gets to, drink and not have to use a straw.
He's like, Bullet Man, what an a-hole. And Baroness is like, I don't know. I think he's kind of cute.
Look at that jawline.
Got his little shorts.
His file name, Beldar Primat. Yeah.
Wow. I don't think anybody had Coneheads shout.
That's throwback.
On their bingo card tonight, Weber. So I think you got to win there.
Or Otis Anderson. But anyway.
Good call. If you had Beldar Primat and Zach Randolph on your bingo card, God bless you.
Within the same 5 minutes, no less.
Right.
Diana Davis, the fact that they're releasing this makes me think he'll pop up in Energon. They don't tell me everything about that universe ahead of time. Well, I would hope not, because you deserve to be surprised once in a while. But I have no doubt that he'll turn up somewhere. Maybe not carrying his own book. Maybe they'll give him a limited series or be a backup character somewhere along the line that you see once in a while. But yeah, sky's the limit.
Maybe he'll show up in Void Rivals to talk to someone.
I think that's a prerequisite.
Yeah,
probably.
You show up in Void Rivals, you better be ready to chat.
Or he'll show up and not talk, and people be like, "I don't trust the new guy."
He seems quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Too quiet.
With a brutal chest cut. He seems untrustworthy.
That one's so good you can kind of see the orange coming through.
Right?
Yeah.
I bet I could make an Action Man limited edition live action shirt.
Well,
to keep Duke company back there.
Right, get yourself a dark gray T-shirt and
it's medium.
Yeah,
it's medium. We had some name-only reveals. We actually got some artwork here. This is the Avalanche Response Trooper from the Legends collection. And you can almost see the parts that he's being made from. It's just a place to put Snowjob's gear with probably most of Snowjob's body and the beachhead balaclava head and some other random gear. So I mean, great. That's fun. That's what you do to fill out your ranks in the Legends collection. It doesn't all have to be brand new kind of stuff, but you know, good enough.
And you turn Zhujubang swords into ski poles.
Right.
It's not a bad idea.
I don't think that's what that is. Will.
Could be.
I mean, it's possible. It's got them big hooks.
Mm-hmm.
But
they were gonna. This is a troop builder. They were gonna call them hookers, but they decided against it.
Yeah, it's for the best.
Yeah.
Legal was like, nah, somebody's got that.
An entire industry, if you would.
And then a name only reveal. It was Dusty, who of course we've seen before, but this was specifically that version 3 Dusty, the really clean cut looking guy with the beret, the super ginger dude who almost looked like they were trying to give him some main character energy, and Sandstorm. And it never quite panned out that way for old Dusty, but that wasn't a terrible figure, just kind of a dull one.
Yeah. I'd have taken Spearhead and Max instead.
I'm sure.
Or Spearhead and Colin.
Right.
If they really wanted to up the ante.
Codename Thumbs. And of course, be sure to tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. We'll get round 2. And then again on the 17th and again on the 24th as BMAC and Dan Larson once again walk us through another jolly week of pre-orders. And how do we know there's going to be pre-orders? Well, they told us on Instagram. BMAC getting on and spilling to the masses. There will be 3 pre-orders tomorrow. They're all Hasbro Pulse exclusives in the U.S. They'll launch at 1 p.m. for Pulse Premium members and 2 p.m. for everyone else.
No.
Right.
No, they won't unless they save some for 2 p.m.
Right.
Which will piss off the premium members. But you do you, boo.
Right.
You seem to have a handle on how to do this. And that's not a BMAC rip. That's a Hasbro rip.
Right. He's just the messenger. Also, Cobra Commander will be going back up for pre-order. Communicate the launch time for that as soon as the details are finalized. Working to have him back up this week. Yo, Joe. So, Hasbro Pulse exclusives tomorrow. The head spins.
I think it's what we just saw.
Right. Can't wait to not get them.
Right. Or 2 of the 3 of them anyway. And well, maybe it could be those 3 digital renders. Who knows?
Hasbro Pulse exclusive kind of screams vehicle at me, which basically it's like, oh, you're putting 2 probable $100 or more items up at once. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a text from Colin's lawyer saying I need to let him out or I'm going to get served papers.
All right. Fair enough.
Give me 1 sec.
Fair enough.
That does sound like how a cat would manage that.
We'd have just seen a little baseball bat come trotting across the room, just under the camera. We don't need Mark getting hurt. Get out, you. Last thing we needed was for you to, for Mark to put out the cat and then for the cat to jump back in through the window and put him out. So,
yeah.
Could have played the Flintstones theme.
Cat will stay out for the night.
Da, 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 da.
That closing Flintstones theme song. Killer.
What was it? What was the cat's name?
Did he have a name?
No, but it was better than Hoppy.
Look,
Hoppy.
man. Hoppy hopped.
F Hoppy.
And he went,
Yeah.
That's like naming Wolverine Pokey.
Pokey.
Hop.
Gumby, damn it.
My name is not Gum.
Hoppy. Wow.
Hoppy.
Oh, Lord. That's about it from June 3rd Hasbro Pulse live stream.
That's a lot, though.
It was a big week. It's always a big week the first week of Yojo June.
That's fair.
And then there's not much for a couple of weeks, and then a big last week.
Yeah, when they announced the HasLab.
Right. Wah, wah.
Yeah, which will come with boom, 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 fur.
So yeah, that's Racktime Rob's reckless hot take.
Reckless hot take.
I hit the wrong button again, so I'll just cut it off. But nobody heard that because your microphone didn't kick back on. I apologize.
Oh, okay. I took the opportunity to look up the name of the Flintstones saber-tooth cat.
Yeah.
Baby Puss.
Come on. Who named it? Ian Fleming? Come on.
It was a simpler time, Mark.
Yeah, it was nice.
And their car was named Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, right? Come on.
It was named My Feet Hurt.
I think.
But,
It was named
Like Alice
Alana.
Maker.
No, never mind.
we've lost all the momentum. So Racktime Rob's reckless hot take.
Reckless hot take.
Oh, that's good.
There we go.
Open up your wallets.
Yeah. 3 pre-orders tomorrow are going to be the HAL, the Vamp Mark II, and Action Man. That's based on nothing but Racktime Rob and his experience as a consumer.
I was going to say, based on nothing, much like our show.
I tend to think that we do have a thing, right? It's based on a bunch of old dudes talking about toys for entirely too long. We tend to stick to that pretty well, except when we're talking about not toys. But anyways, next news item. Hey, look, comics. Tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow we get G.I. Joe Real American Hero 329 from Larry Hama, art by Andrew Kroenke and Francesco Segala. Looks like Roadblock's in trouble. Trouble from a place he wouldn't expect. Apparently,
And that's why he wears Depends.
right.
Because if you got some juice loose in your caboose,
Or you got something.
plug it up with your Ma Deuce.
Oh goodness.
That guy just exudes confidence.
I didn't plan that. It just came to me.
It was just there.
Sometimes it feels like I have. Sometimes it feels like I have 2 brilliant minds.
But there's apparently a lot going on in the mind of Don Moreno these days, and so Roadblock may have some issues. I somehow doubt that they're going to hurt Roadblock too badly, as he's one of the most important characters in the book. But you never know. You never know. Larry's crazy. Not to be trusted. No, that's not true.
Not to be trusted.
It's not true.
It looks like someone threw a Tic Tac into Roadblock's mouth mid-battle. You see what I'm talking about there?
Look, man, he's allowed to have fresh breath when he's dealing hot lead.
That's fair.
You know, just because regular decorum says that that's not terribly important doesn't mean that Roadblock doesn't take that extra step. Doesn't mean he's not going that extra mile.
This is what happens when you don't pay the protection money to Don Moreno, most feared mob boss of the G.I. Joe team.
Where are the pretzel monies?
Once she's done cutting his head off, she's going to leave the gun and take the cannoli. Guaranteed.
The Gunny asks, have any of you ever handled a Ma Deuce? I think clearly the answer to that is no.
Oh, no.
That's a weird flex, but we'll allow it.
Right. Firefly, as long as it doesn't feel like you have a Ma Deuce in your caboose, that's explosive. Right. Or
Cool.
You might want to take some Imodium.
right. You got the Ma Deuce in your caboose. Maybe you're a little too late.
Yeah, you might need the Momodium. It's like the exercise.
Might just need to burn those pants.
Right. Hey, Dominic
What?
Johnson. Dominic Johnson, 3713 says, "Hey, Mark, comma.
Why do they call it a chest cut when it looks like a stomach cut?
Yeah, let me be clear about that. They don't call it a chest cut. I call it a chest cut. Yeah.
Oh,
Been beating that drum since before classified existed about the not uselessness, but the bad trade that is more articulation for ruined aesthetic with that terrible mid torso cut that
right,
almost every 6-inch line does.
right. I do not know why the waist cut, which has been so good for so long,
Mhm.
is suddenly poo-pooed. I don't understand that.
It would be cheaper, less assembly, like better looking. And if half the time they're covering it up with a secondary piece, like Grand Slam looks great because it has a chest protector on, right?
Right.
Like,
The lines are kind of hidden in there.
yeah. Remember that flash they did, a 25th flash? They did with the cut right through the middle of the chest.
Yeah.
One of the worst figures ever. So bad.
Yeah, and they reused that thing a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
A lot. That was the Hiss Driver torso. That was Tripwire's torso. A lot.
They got Flash, 2 Grand Slams, a Bombardier. Yeah.
So that's tomorrow at your local comic shop. Find out how Roadblock gets himself out of this one. Next week, we get G.I. Joe 23. That's Energon G.I. Joe 23. From Joshua Williamson with Andrea Milana and Lee Loffridge on art duties. We get to see here Risk and Mercer, our unlikely Joe Cobra team up for the issue. As our Joe and Cobra landing teams have been split off and paired off 1-to-1.
And then dragged screaming into the darkness.
Right. And then being dealt with all the same by Crystal Ball in what was a pretty cool issue, I thought. I kind of liked it. It was straight out of the horror movie type of thing, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely a horror movie vibe.
Which is cool. Again, that's different. It's certainly a way to take Crystal Ball, to take him seriously. Because I'm not going to believe that guy as a super ninja fight guy.
No, but apparently Energon has turned him into Green Lantern. But you know,
he's apparently more of the mad scientist vibe there. It's Dire Tech is his baby, which is why you see why he may have some value to a certain crazy dictator type.
Isn't this your favorite Mercer ever, Mike?
Well, yeah, he did. By default, he is, isn't he?
Well, I mean, he's just straight bad guy. So there you go. Yeah.
There's actually what looks to be a good character here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're building him in there. He's there's good stuff going on with Mercer. He's easily the best Mercer.
Whereas Risk is trying to figure out the sleeper hold.
Right.
That's not how you do it, Risk. Just saying.
No. He's trying to put that Cobra in the Cobra clutch, and that's not
right. It's not a bad idea either. Either way, higher up so you can keep the fangs away from you. But
got to lock that forearm.
Yeah. That would have been hysterical if they would have made Risk doing the Cobra clutch as a nod to Sarge on an actual Cobra.
Right.
That would have been really, really cool.
That would have been all right. Yeah. Just Jeff asks, doesn't Mask come out tomorrow? Yeah, we'll get there, man. We this is a G.I. Joe show. That's what we talk about.
I thought we banned that guy. Interrogator.
No, you banned that guy. We didn't.
I banned him and the Nazi guy too. All in one move. It's kind of my finisher.
Nowhere Manchild. Watch out for the DDT from the snake. Yeah, that's right, man. Damien out there looking to drop that DDT on him. But Skybound calendar, which we do as part of this segment every week, just
Right.
Jeff.
You may not recognize it because we have the Skybound header we've added to it.
Right. But Real American Hero 329, Mask 1, Transformers 33 all tomorrow.
And apparently first issue of Mask has sold out the distributor level, so don't
That's
sleep
good.
on it.
Yeah. If you catch
Although
that,
I'm sure it'll be reprinted.
Well, I think they got a little cut off here, Mike. I believe the final was Mask 1, Mets nothing.
No. You read that wrong, Mark. It was Transformers 33 Mets.
Oh, there you go.
That sounds more like it.
Wrong score, Mark. Wrong score. And a G.I. Joe 23 on the 17th. And then on the 24th, Real American Hero 31, Hamophiles edition, and Void Rivals 31. It was a tie. It's in extra innings. Overtime. I guess it's more of a football score. So
Yeah.
Next news item. Hey, and again, my font problems just exacerbated in this. But that is a
.co?
website. There's a .com at the bottom.
.co?
The M got the whole font got a little big, and the M moved down in the next line. But that is jsindesign.com on there. But we an update on Jamie Sullivan's fundraising. I'll turn this one over to the honcho so you can hear him talk for a while instead of me, because I know that's what you all want.
Man, I dug through this and I wrote a lot down. So if I'm reading to you, excuse me, I am kind of reading to you. So this is a celebrity dinner, actually, and there's only 15 seats available. It's set for September 6th this year, 5 o'clock. It's in Pasadena at a restaurant called Dare Wolf. I don't know anything about Dare Wolf, but I bet it's really good. So again, this is not something, not a whim purchase. This is actually a very, very special event to benefit our friend Jamie Sullivan as they raise funds for what we believe is his final foot surgery, and he has been through the ringer. So we always want to help out our friends, and Jamie certainly is one of those. So the guest list, and I'm not gonna promo each one of these guys, right? If you know, you know, and if you don't, then go to jsindesign.com and find out how each one of these gentlemen and ladies, have touched G.I. Joe and some of the other brands you love. The guest list includes Greg Berger, Frank Todaro, Larry Houston, Michael Charles Hill, Buzz Dixon, Charlie Schlatter, Livio Ramondelli, Rebecca Forstadt, Dan Warren, Mike Vosberg, Brandon Easton, Tony Fleeks, hope I got that right, Lalani Shu, Sean Kirkham, this guy's gonna come get me, Jason Conapisos Alvarez, hope I got that right.
Sounds good to me.
And Tom Waltz. So all luminaries. And the idea is this is a wide open event. Once you're there, you can get photographs with people. You can get things signed. Somebody might even sketch for you. Who knows? So there are 15 seats available for the actual dinner itself. If you can't attend or don't have that kind of fundage sitting around, there are other ways that you can support, including 3 different tiers of comic grab bags. And the top one, I believe, tier 3, includes original artwork from our friend Jamie. So there's a lot going on here. I like that it's unique. I was going to say atypical, because you really don't see stuff like this.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why I think it's so cool. But I would say it's more unique, sounds a lot better than atypical. So
atypical sounds like a wart, Mark.
A little bit, right? Yeah.
Your dermatologist takes off.
Well, I was going to say atypical, but then ChatGPT told me no. Say unique sounds better. So, okay. So a great way to help a friend of ours, and it's far enough out that you can make plans for it. If you don't live in Pasadena, it's plenty of time to hitchhike there. I looked up Dare Wolf. It turns out it's right off the 143, because you don't want to take the 405. Why, Rob?
Because it's jammed.
It's totally jammed. I just looked ahead, and it's going to be jammed on September 6th. So check out the website. There's a lot more info there. And you have a little time on this. You don't got to pounce right away. Take a look, think about it. And there's a bunch of ways you can be involved, and for a fantastic cause, helping out a friend let's say a friend of the program, but he's a friend of the community.
Right.
He's a wonderful guy who, I mean, nobody deserves this, right? But it's just something that he's been dealing with forever, and we'd love to see him raise what he's looking for here, get that last surgery, and hopefully finally be able to put this behind him, because he's been dealing with it for a long time.
Right. Just to get back to a healthy standard of living.
Mm-hmm.
Just Jeff, no worries, man. We're just giving you a hard time. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's fine. No, if we hassle you, it's because we like you.
Right. We bust chops on this show. Don't sweat it. But,
if we don't if we don't like you, we don't talk about you.
Right. Like Rob.
Yeah. Get them out.
Those comic grab bags, they bundle purchase. It's a bundle purchase that includes exclusive signed comics, collectibles, autographs, and related items. Tier 1 is $50. It includes 1 entry to win an invitation for 2 to the VIP dinner. That's you and a guest. It also includes hotel if you win the drawing. It does not include travel. So keep that in mind if you buy these grab bags with the hopes of being in the drawing to get to this event.
Yeah.
Tier 2, $250. That is more stuff, obviously. That includes 10 entries to win an invitation for 2 to the VIP dinner. And then Tier 3, $500. Like Mark said, that includes original stuff, and that includes 20 entries to win an invitation for 2 to the VIP dinner. And again,
read the fine print, though, because your +1 is me. So
that is JSI and ANDdesign.com. I apologize. We do have a link down below in the description. So, my PowerPoint deciding to barf on this, notwithstanding,
right.
That bottom line there is, even if you don't plan on making a purchase, even if this is beyond what you're able to do, because again, we've talked about it a couple times already. Money is tight for everybody right now, but just spread the word. As wide of a circle as we can get on this, because there are people that do have some money to spend, and so we would certainly like them to spend that money on saving Jamie's foot and leg. So get this out in your collecting circles, whether that's G.I. Joe or Star Wars or Transformers or any number of the properties that Jamie has worked on over the years.
Is Rob coming back?
I forgot about him, so I was talking. Sorry, Rob.
Firefly says he's now wrath time, Rob.
I'm just incredibly disappointed.
Yeah, right. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. But Firefly also thought it was me that banned you.
Right.
I don't have that power here. I'm powerless.
Only I have buttons.
But Just Jeff is becoming the MVP of the comment section, saying I don't like La Parka. That's lies.
Ludicrous.
Love La Parka.
I think he's just noticed that he's not hanging out tonight.
And just to prove it,
Torpedo Mike says, as a +1, I could do worse than Mark. And remember, that guy's been married for 15 years.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
It's a +1, I could do worse than Mark. Well, when Mark roomed with us at Joe Fest a couple of years ago, our reaction was,
Yeah. I was an absolute gentleman.
Yeah. We were just like,
yeah,
whatever. He's fine.
Webb takes long poops and short showers. It's kind of weird.
But there, Mark read you the guest list before. August 14th is the day that they are picking the grab bag supporter who will be selected to win the special invitation. So that is the other date that you want to keep in mind. August 14th is when you find out if you won. September 6th is the dinner itself. So again, as Mark said, jsinddesign.com. Link is down below. That's where you can get all of the details presented in a much much clearer way than my stupid slides were able to do for me tonight. I love technology. It's the best. It's the greatest. I love it.
I like that you gave the web address a haircut too, in solidarity. Yeah.
Cool. Whoa. But Joblog in Toy City, Rob was laying about shiftlessly in the green room. Of course he is.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he is.
We have one of those Hormel, pepperoni and cheese and cracker trays.
Yeah. I mean, not the best, but not nothing.
Yeah.
And some of those weird Baby Bell cheese and the wax thing.
Right.
Creeps me out, man.
We don't have
they're
red ones. We got blue ones.
They're good.
Creeps me out, man.
And of course, your one-stop shop for non-What's on Joe Mind G.I. Joe news is the Surveillance Port. Relied on them heavily this week just to help me keep dates straight. Good Lord, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But surveillance-port.com, because God forbid, sometimes Joe News happens and it's not Tuesday. You got to get it from somewhere. Surveillanceport.com.
Yeah, like tomorrow.
Port.com.
There'll be news tomorrow. Check it out at Surveillance Port. And then come back next Tuesday to learn what you should have thought about it.
Because Eric will probably put up posts as they happen, and then I will, in very lazy fashion, share those posts. Because it's Wednesday and I'm working. So
hey, circle of life. That's how it works.
Right? Right? I mean, Eric allows me to be lazy. And that's the best compliment I can give him. That means I love him.
That's a good friend.
It means if I have a child, I have to name him Eric.
Yeah.
And that's a double vowel thing, right? Like that's an EI on the initials from that baby baby announcement. And those aren't good. Double vowel is no good. But I'm willing to do that because Eric lets me be lazy as far as writing posts on Facebook and Twitter and not Twitter, but Instagram. So Doug Dello says imitation is the sincerest. That's not imitation. That's just slapping their post down and putting my logo on top of it.
That's just cut and paste.
Not over his logo, but on top of his logo. Eric was the kid who let you look over his shoulder during the test. No, not at all. Eric was the kid who filled out his tests in duplicate and handed me his second sheet of answers.
I had an algebra test in 8th grade. My pal Jason behind me kept kicking my chair for an answer.
Right.
And I was as lost as he was. I guess he just wanted company. And so I put this sign down right below the desk because the answer was 2 or so I thought. And the teacher, Mr. Schultz, who was a bad teacher, but he was sharp. It didn't get past his radar. And he said, dead quiet in the room, he said, "To what, Mr. Weber?" And like the whole world stops and the camera zooms in. And I looked up at mean old Mr. Schultz and I said, "Too hard?" And I broke Mr. Schultz. Attaboy. And Jason and I both failed that test. Pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Torpedo Mike, what about Otto Octavius or Aaron Archer? Illustrate the points. Why don't you?
Don't start. It's pretty much every, was that Silver Age comic, right?
Right.
With Reed Richards and Clark Kent and who am I missing? Peter Parker.
Right.
Well, if they're a Marvel character, it's likely they're alliterative.
Right.
Tony
Bruce
Stark.
Banner, Scott Summers, Matt Murdock.
Oh, wait. Thor. Damn.
Because he's Thor.
Right. Don Blake. Either alliterative or dull.
Yeah, that's not very good.
Oh my. Next news item.
Ragnar.
Hey, we got a date on the swag shop sale for June. That is happening on the 13th. So before you see us again, all the way to the 22nd, you save up to 40% on tees, Enjoy deep discounts on everything site-wide: sweatshirts, mugs, magnets, ball caps, gym shorts, and more. Link is below in the description. You know, it's summer, it's con season. It's time to get out and you know, represent What's on Joe Mind with your new What's on Joe Mind 15th anniversary logo designs. You can get the gold standard, or you can get red, white, and blue steel. Right there, they are available on all the same stuff that you saw, as well as all of our other classic designs. Backpack face coming soon. In theory, that would involve having to draw somebody, and that's not very likely. But yeah.
Stephen Strange, Victor Von Doom, Sue Storm, Gary Galactus. I'm pretty sure.
I think that's right. I think it was actually Greg Galactus.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Silver Surfer.
Right. Johnny Storm gets the other rule, which is you just go back to the 40s, in that your character's first name is Johnny.
That works.
That's the whole thing there. But
Victor Venom, I think.
Vince. He was
Vince
a
Venom. That's
Vince
good.
Venom.
Hey, Vinny Venom, you know,
Hey,
from
hey.
Queens.
And of course, Louis Lizard.
His original costume was the symbiote suit with a mechanic's jumper.
Wasn't Louis Lizard a Budweiser thing?
I don't know.
Pretty sure.
It was Louis the Lilac.
It's lilac time, Batman. Oh, it's Milton Berle.
Wally Watcher.
Next news item.
Hanging out on the moon all creepy.
That's it. Chucky Tank Kitty and his Meowler Tank, brought to you by the G.I. Joe 3D Printing Podcast. Be sure to tune in and see the boys Sunday at noon as they continue on their next project, which I don't have up in front of me because it was the slide I had to delete so that this thing would actually upload into StreamYard. So,
Torpedo 83. Torpedo with the win in the comments.
Fin Fang Foom.
Fin Fang Foom.
Lordy. But yes, that's what we got. That's the news. Be right back with you after a quick word from our lovely friends and sponsors at Kokomo Toys. Stay with us.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
We're running long, so I'm just going to cause some trauma headaches now. There you go. Everybody's all tensed up now. I've totally shifted the mood of the room. Rob's panicking.
Yeah, Rob's sweating his 10-0 record.
Yeah, that's what we're at right now. There might be one that gets him here. There might be one. I think there's one that might catch him. But it's time for the What's on Joe Mind Stump Rack Time Rob Character Edition, sponsored by After Action Report, specifically Cobra Command Files. That's Command Files Volume 3. Kickstarting now on Kickstarter through July 9th. Link down below. Are you prepared, Rack Time Rob?
No, but let's go for it.
All right, it's time. You had all this time to study. You did nothing.
I did nothing. Going in cold.
You can't assign homework over the summer.
I mean, Josh did it,
That's garbage.
and Josh gave us money. So,
Well, maybe.
he did give us money. Anyways, first question. Well, not quite.
First question: who the hell made this slide? Jesus!
Yeah.
Back away from the AI, people.
Or
This is not AI.
no, yeah, I would about to say maybe Josh needs to go towards the AI.
Maybe.
He needs to, I don't endorse that sort of thing very often, but yeah. Anyhow, Command Files is brought to you by Greg Augustin, edited by Josh Egeman. And without further ado, maybe this next slide will have our first question. I don't know. He throws a lot of extras in here. I don't necessarily look at the extras in advance. Question number 1. What color is the Baroness's uniform nearly always?
Well, nearly always, I would have to go with black.
Anything to add, Mark Weber?
Like Wesley Snipes said, always been on black.
There you go. Black, although occasionally blue.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, duh.
So apparently,
One
I just finished Oregon Trail. Been playing it in the other window.
That was Final Fantasy 3, man.
I just finished Oregon Trail.
Only the finest.
I died of dysentery in Kansas.
Only the finest in 8-bit music, right here.
All right. We could go with the Family Feud.
Ooh.
Not bad.
We got options. But next question. What is the name of the Baroness's son?
Ooh.
This is
Eugen. Named after her brother.
Mark Weber, anything to add?
I don't even know how to spell that.
Eugen.
I just said Eugen.
Yeah.
But his full
I
name
don't know.
is
Ask the Germans.
his full name is Ben Eugen.
Yeah. Ben Eugen.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Spell check must have caught that one. Has it in there? It's Eugene, but I know that
Eugene.
it's not correct. It is Eugen.
Eugene was a terrible wrestler.
Well, he was a good wrestler. It was a
No,
bad.
he was.
Yeah, it was a bad gimmick.
Nick Dinsmore was a good wrestler.
Yeah,
Eugene,
technically.
Eugene sucked.
Yeah, but you know something? William Regal still managed to pull a good run out of it. Because William Regal was freaking incredible.
He was also a little-known member of Crime Time, which is a really good clip if you've never seen it.
He's the third member, man. He's the third man. Anyways, correct. Rack time, Rob. That was the one I was expecting to trip you up there.
When did she have a son? I'm blanking on that.
It was late in the
It's during Devil's Due.
yeah, late in the Devil's Due run.
And it was Destros or unknown?
I believe it was Destros.
Yeah, I think so. It's been so long since I've actually read it that I can't 100% confirm that, but I don't remember any drama around it. So yeah.
So he was Eugen de Cobre hyphen McCullen?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Eugen McCullen.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they did not hyphenate. I am confident that Destro is not a hyphenator.
Probably should.
Curiously enough, his middle name was Biff.
Dominic Johnson says Eugene was the modern George the Animal Steel. No, George the Animal Steel was not profoundly insulting on many levels.
So Eugen's first two words were, "Hey!" and "you."
Third question.
They just give him a turnbuckle to play with. What's up?
Oh God. Question number 3. What happens to the Baroness at the end of the Rise of Cobra movie?
She's in prison.
I think you'd be more. And what specifically is happening to her in prison?
Oh man, I mean that type of question is only answered, like late night Cinemax. But
Well, that's.
I mean, I remember in the last scene, I know she's
in the show, Rob. Come on now.
Come on.
family show.
Went overtime.
I know you're not the one who works blue around here, but it is Stump Rack Time, Rob.
Yeah.
I think
What is
isn't
she-
the
I-
answer she counted her
I saw. I mean, she was talking to. I remember her like talking to Duke or something at the end. I wasn't.
I believe the correct answer is she counted her money and never looked back.
Yeah.
Or no, that's what Sienna Miller did
Yeah.
at the end of the Rise of Cobra.
Which is not the worst. That's not the worst way to go on that.
She
Yeah,
wasn't,
I hate the job.
dude. She wasn't bad. She wasn't the problem with that movie.
No, I would say, with the exception of Channing Tatum, the cast is not the problem in Rise of Cobra.
Well, I mean, we needed more weigh-ins, that's for sure.
Not his fault, man. When they write you in there as the wisecracking dude,
Yeah.
Okay. He got into really good shape. At least he took it seriously. But anyways, answer. She's arrested and freed of nanomites. I don't think she was actually freed of nanomites. I believe that she was.
Yeah.
They were trying to figure out how to remove nanomites from her, and the word was actually, we can't do anything with this. She's just stuck with nanomites, so she's got to stay here. So I don't think Josh is right on that one.
Oh my God.
Diana Davis says she's making license plates. I don't. Yeah.
I'd say. I mean, did they just pull her out of like the metal shop? I mean,
but yes, we're gonna go ahead and give a win. In jail is what. That's the one part of it that we can all agree on.
yeah.
Notice how nobody in the live chat is chiming in to help us out with Rise of Cobra details.
Hmm.
They're all about the Devil's Due comic details. We got nothing on Rise of Cobra details, even though we know you all saw it.
Here's a Rise of Cobra question. Does ice sink?
Yes,
Apparently.
Yes, it does, apparently.
it does.
This game's easy.
This is simple.
It's the polar bears weighing it down.
Right. I remember when that movie came out, there were a couple of like 12-year-old kids that had clearly read it in Entertainment Weekly that ice does not sink after it chips off of an iceberg. And I got so tired of them making fun of G.I. Joe as I stocked them at the Target I was working at on the weekends. To where I turned to them and said, "Are you sure it was really ice?" And that blew their 12-year-old minds. You're just like, no. And they just didn't say another word about, like, they just stopped for a second. No.
Frozen Earth.
I mean, that was a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
Because kids don't go into toy aisles anymore.
No.
Or movie theaters.
There's nothing for them there.
Or they wander in while they're on their phone. And they're like, what? Where am I? Where are the memes?
Right. I thought this was electronics. It kind of is, son.
Yeah, got it.
Anyways. And then you get
There's a Simon.
then you get run over by a Hot Wheels guy.
That's right. Treasure hunt!
Oh!
Ah!
Bring me all the Hot Wheels you have in the back. No. There's
You
200 of them
children.
out here. Buy those first. Are you telling me you're not gonna? Yes. Next question. Question number 4.
Wait.
It's not true. We're gonna have some. It's the end of the third question, so we're gonna have some more
Yeah,
poorly.
we're gonna get a. We're gonna get it. Yeah, there you go.
What is that?
You've been asking that for weeks now.
Going back, I think he just recycled this from season 1 because it cracked him up so much.
Yes. I remember this in season 1. It's burned in there.
I do believe that he is trolling us, trolling him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes this genius, right? Like
Yeah.
this is something that he could have only thought of while he was high. That's the only time that could have happened.
I'm not mad at this.
No, he is trolling us, trolling.
You can't get mad at it. Couldn't help it.
We're all innocent in this one. But somewhere in that word soup is the website that you need. And we just have a link to it down below if you want to just not make the capillaries in your eyes burst. We just got a link down below. Just follow the link down below. It'll take you right to the Kickstarter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Tactical ice.
It's tactical ice. The Kevlar cost you. Joe on Joe podcast. I'm on team. That's dumb.
Fair.
We know, Joe. We know. Firefly says the Hot Wheels people have gotten worse. They're bending the cards now, so store staff have to restock. No, we don't. They did that 20 years ago. It wasn't any worse. It wasn't any worse then. You're gonna buy some bent up Hot Wheels cards.
It's the same guys.
Right, for one. And two, that just meant that the kids that were still buying Hot Wheels then they bought those because those cards were getting thrown out within seconds. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they didn't even get to the front register on the card. Anyways, yeah, no, it's not worse. Those people, they're the same. They're out of tricks. Question 4. What's your favorite gun?
I don't know.
It's a real general answer on this one.
Yeah. Her favorite gun. I don't know. That sniper rifle she always comes with.
The Thumbreaker X57.
Yeah.
Thank goodness that black plastic is stretchable, because my God, that gun. Ooh.
Yeah.
Answer is a sniper rifle.
Hey.
These Baroness questions, you're lucking into these, man. Lucking into them. And finally, a question 5. On her first file card,
What are those?
what is the Baroness's Cobra title?
You mean like Cobra Intelligence Officer?
On her first file card, what is the Baroness's Cobra title? Anything to add, Mark Weber?
Nothing helpful.
Come on, has that stopped you at any point tonight?
No, it hasn't.
Oh,
Not at all. It actually is jsindesign.co space M.
He's got enemy leader, and that's not right.
No, that's not right.
It's not right at all. It's not right at all. So, you know what? I'm throwing up a Final Fantasy song. See, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that screws up PowerPoint.
Yeah, I believe yeah.
Ooh, Mr. Kata.
Yeah, because it's Cobra Intelligence Officer, code name Baroness.
That's it.
File name, I believe either unknown or classified because they hadn't settled a name for her yet.
Yeah.
You know
And
what?
then it was
I'm looking at it.
primary military intelligence, secondary military specialty, fixed wing pilot.
Stop talking so Mark can contribute.
Well, I mean, why should I start now?
Right.
at 11:22. But that doesn't even list file name as a thing. It's not even there.
Right.
On her file card. So
yeah, no, it's this is we're starting to correct the questions. That's not good.
Mm.
So Rack Time Rob up to 15-0.
Man.
That's a triple size Cobra. Mark
Torpedo's calling for an ABS challenge.
Mark, welcome to your third after action report Q&A.
I appreciate it.
Firefly blames Clippy, not Josh, for this mistake.
Sure.
Torpedo Mike, ABS challenge. Yeah. We look, we called that one out. You guys can check that file card yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Diana, that's not. Yeah, we know. Mark offers 2 fingers. Anything to add?
Guess which ones?
It's thumbs.
2 what, Mr. Weber?
There we go. That's it for After Action Report. Stump Rack Time Rob.
Yeah.
Cobra Command Files Edition. I gotta find the button.
Chilling.
His 15th favorite game show and climbing fast.
Made me all fuzzy.
Right?
15th with a bullet.
Last week, I think we were 7th. Let's just roll right into shout outs because we're going long. So Mark got to go to work tomorrow.
That's right. My school's still in session.
Right.
What a mess.
We're keeping him up late.
That's all right, because when you start, I'll have been going a month already.
Rack Time Rob, shout it out.
Shout out to the studio audience. Thanks for coming.
That all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Good. Mark Weber.
Shout out to my boy Greg Rivers, one of my buddies from high school. An absolute crack up. And the best Spanish teacher that never was. Salute.
Does he teaches German?
No.
All right. Okay, then. That all you got, Mark Weber?
That's it. That's plenty. Greg was enough. Greg was 6'5". That's plenty.
There's a lot of him to go around.
I'm going to give a shout out to Ricky Martin. Out of retirement. What happened there?
I was doing a little Travolta.
All righty. I will also reiterate Racktime Rob's shout out to our studio audience. Thank you so much for joining us live here on the big program. If you're catching us on replay, we love you too. We love you just the same. Just make sure that you're doing all that cool YouTube stuff. Like, share, subscribe. If you got a couple of bucks laying around at the end every month, hey, maybe you could consider giving it to our coffee account. Link is down below. If you contribute something every month, we get your name in the credits. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have a little bit more on tap for folks who are contributing on a monthly basis. For our wonderful friends and sponsors at Kokomo Toys, real quick, we'll sing their theme song. Kokomo
Toys.
Kokomo Toys.
You're a little out of tune on that one, Webb.
A little pitchy, dog.
When
we're running late, I'm going to vote that we go with the speed metal version, where we all see the microphone like, hold on.
Either that or like the Ramones,
That's
some
not
early
bad.
punk.
that would probably
That's
make
not
the computer explode.
Maybe some bluegrass funk. It'll be good.
Bluegrass. The Dale Gribble Bluegrass Experience.
Mhm.
We do know how you love the banjo, Mark. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we know you're a big banjo guy.
Yeah.
But
It kept us from getting good Steve Martin content for the last 20 years.
anyhow, if you are so inclined, by all means, check out our coffee link down below as well. We will be back next Tuesday with another edition of What's on Joe Mind, another episode of Stump Rack Time Rob, another episode of all kinds of stuff. As our friend Vagon likes to say, hey, stay safe, and if you can't, be careful. Thanks for coming out and watching another episode of What's on Joe Mind. Have a great rest of the week, everybody. Yo, Joe.
2 fingers. Beer.
Yeah.
It's the house.
Guys.